Hello, my name is Debyani Chakravarty, and I'm a molecular geneticist at the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, where I work as an assistant attending in the Department of Pathology. I am also the lead scientist at OncoKB, a comprehensive oncology database developed and maintained by a team of researchers and physicians at Memorial Sloan Kettering. I'm speaking to you today on behalf of my colleagues at OncoKB, including Dr. Nikolaus Schultz, Head of Knowledge Systems in MSK's Marie, Jose, and Henry Kravis Center for Molecular Oncology. OncoKB is a path-breaking database that includes information about the clinical and biological effects of more than 5,600 genomic changes in more than 680 cancer-associated genes. In October 2021, OncoKB became the first somatic human variant database to be recognized by the FDA. The FDA recognition of OncoKB is partial, pertaining to the processes and oversight that govern OncoKB, and includes a section of the OncoKB annotation content. FDA recognition of a database indicates that the FDA believes the data and assertions contained in the database can be considered valid scientific evidence. During the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to take you through a step-by-step demo that will explain the information that is available on the OncoKB website and how users may access this information. We'll start at the OncoKB homepage. As you can see, OncoKB currently includes information for 5,685 alterations in 682 genes in over 100 cancer types and with over 100 targeted therapies. These numbers will continue to grow as knowledge in precision oncology continues to expand. In order to help OncoKB users understand the significance of different genomic changes, alterations are categorized by their potential clinical actionability using our therapeutic levels of evidence scale. The gold standard on the scale is represented by levels 1 and 2, which are assigned to genomic events that are FDA recognized by being included in an approved drug's FDA drug label, or are standard care biomarkers recommended by the NCCN and other professional guidelines and are considered predictive of response to an FDA-approved drug. Level 3A on the scale refers to those alterations that have compelling clinical evidence that supports specific molecular biomarker as being predictive of response to a drug in a specific indication. Typically, the testing of these drugs occur in phase 3 clinical trials. And then you have the hypothetical levels of evidence, levels 3B and 4, where a standard care biomarker in a specific indication is detected in a cancer that falls outside of the FDA-approved indication, or when there's compelling biological evidence that supports a biomarker as being predictive of response to a specific drug. Let's click on the Actionable Genes page, where you can see a summarized view of all the data that is currently in OncoKB. For example, you can select data by clicking a Level of Evidence button. Let's say Level of Evidence 1, and below the table will filter to all the Level 1 genomic alterations in OncoKB. Alternatively, you might just want to see what are the biomarkers that are considered any level of evidence for a particular cancer type. For example, let's look at non-small cell lung cancer, which has a variety of different alterations that are FDA recognized for a variety of different targeted therapeutics. An alternative way to enter into OncoKB is to have a specific mutation in mind that you want to research. For example, if I want to look up BRAF K601E, I can put the term BRAF K601E into the search box and then click on the suggested link. You'll notice that you're brought specifically to the BRAF K601E variant page. There's summary information underneath the variant telling you that it is oncogenic and has gain of function and the levels of evidence that is associated with it. If you have a specific cancer type in mind, for example, melanoma, it will give you the therapeutic summary statement that links BRAF K601E to the therapeutic implications in metastatic melanoma. So for example here, patients with BRAF K601E mutant melanoma would be recommended for treatment with the FDA-approved drug, the MEK-targeted inhibitor trametinib. You can also access the gene page by clicking on the gene, in this case, BRAF. In the BRAF gene page, you will see that it is categorized as an oncogene. The gene page also gives you the highest level of evidence for a variant in this gene, as well as highest levels of evidence for diagnosis or prognosis if they exist. There will be a brief summary statement about BRAF, and if you click on the Expand button, you will see a background on the BRAF gene, including its physiological role, the cancers in which the gene is most frequently mutated in, and so forth. On the right, you will notice the number of different cancer types and the frequency in which BRAF is altered based on the MSK clinical series data published by Zahir et al. In 2017. That's the bar plot over there. Below, you will see a lollyplot, similar to what you can see in CBio Portal, showing the different BRAF mutations curated in OncoKB and the frequency at which they occur in the MSK Impact clinical sequencing cohort, again published by Zahir et al. When you scroll below, you will see a table with 4 different tabs, and by default, you land on the BRAF therapeutic tab, which provides a list of cancer type-specific BRAF alterations, the corresponding cancer type, and the targeted therapy. It will also provide citations that establish the link between the variant and the cancer type and the drug in a pop-up menu. These are linkable to PubMed in the NCBI website. Let me give you a little more background about the database itself. OncoKB has a clinical genomics annotation committee comprised of over 50 different clinicians from different disease management teams, from the clinical leadership of Memorial Sloan Kettering, as well as from professionals whose scientific expertise relates to the different genes that are currently being investigated for their potential predictive effects associated with different targeted therapies. The OncoKB oversight also includes an external advisory board comprised of leaders in cancer genomics, including from multiple different institutes such as the MD Anderson Cancer Center, Princess Margaret Cancer Center, Dana-Farber, as well as Johns Hopkins. In the About page, we provide an overview of our process. OncoKB data sources for cancer-associated variants include various databases, statistical recurrence of different mutations, as well as treatment guidelines and scientific literature. Variants and their associated information are curated via the OncoKB curation interface. The information is curated by specifically hired and trained curators. The information curated in OncoKB goes through 2 levels of review. First, by the scientific content management team who manages the curators, and second, by the OncoKB lead scientist who makes sure that it is in line with the clinical insights and updates that are provided by our clinical genomics annotation committee. The output of the OncoKB website is what you see in the website via the OncoKB API, which also enables mutation-specific annotation with the OncoKB data in CBio Portal. Importantly, OncoKB information is provided in the MSK clinical sequencing reports. Here at MSK, OncoKB is used to automatically annotate the sequencing reports of over 12,000 patients with cancer per year whose tumors are analyzed by the FDA-cleared MSK Impact test. Users are always welcome to contact us through the Contact Us link at the bottom of the page. We will answer your questions within 48 to 72 hours. For more information, users can access the Frequently Asked Questions tab, where we provide detailed information about our processes and rules. I should mention to you that in order to access the OncoKB API, you need to create an account by clicking on the API License tab and then the Apply for a License button. If you are an academic user, you will simply select Research Use in an academic setting and fill out the information below. If you are a commercial user, you can choose from one of 3 different license types appropriate to your particular setting. You can learn more about these 3 commercial license options by visiting the API License tab in the OncoKB website. Thank you for your time today. We hope you enjoyed this demo, and we look forward to you using OncoKB.